Hey everyone, doing another TB combat mission commentary, this time showing off Ray. Now, this Ray team is kind of what enabled everything else to click into place. Like, JTR was already pretty fine in later ways when you knew what you're doing, but this team is what allowed this team to start happening. So, this might look weird to some people. If you haven't seen my Decoding Poe's unique video, you probably don't understand it. But assuming everything goes smoothly, you'll start to understand very, very quickly. So I've seen some people have issues with Ray in the TB, and it definitely can be bumpy, especially at first before you have all of your inspiration established and all of the extra purple shield built up. The one thing that really changed this mission for me, I haven't failed with Ray yet at all, but switching people to tank modding, or health stacking specifically, instead of damage mods. Like, we have crit damage here. I honestly, at this point, wouldn't even mind just switching everyone to pure health. We'll come back to that in a second. You don't need to worry about doing damage pretty much at all. You just let the Poe unique do all of the heavy lifting for you. It's very much similar to if you think about Padme modding, where Padme generally lets the courage do a lot of the heavy lifting in most matchups. We're doing Chewbacca. Sorry, got lost in my mods for a second. This list has gotten very extensive. So you can see, really just lots of health stacking for most characters. For L3, we could probably optimize this. I was kind of lazy on this. I mostly just do health and protection stacking, just legit just as much effective health and protection as possible. I mean, let's go... I don't really have a good one of those in this slot. She has the best in this slot as well. It's probably worth 60ing at some point, but yeah, we don't really need to mess with this too much. Maybe we have a 6 dot. Nah, not quite. Okay. Let's check back on Han real quick. I know it might feel weird to take crit damage off of Han, but trust me when I just say that their roles in this team are like, they are just vessels for Poe unique to do its thing. This is a bit of a weird trade. We're losing 11 speed for health. I don't hate it. You definitely do want a lot of high speed because essentially Han's turns are just expressing how broken Chewie is with Poe in this team. This is a very easy trade. Yeah, I take this every single time. Yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, we could trade out one of these. I think it's fine. And yeah. Oh, we didn't do Poe yet. Whew. Okay. So yeah, the real story for this early on is just, we just need to survive until Rey takes, I think it's her 3rd turn. And once she does, Chewie will get inspiration, and then the team's damage just blows up. It's ridiculous. Biggest concerns early on are just any of these 3 characters dying. I've had L3 die and gone 4 out of 4. It really doesn't make a difference. We just need to get to the point where everyone has inspired and everyone ideally has some purple shielding. The beginning can be quite ugly, so let's see what happens. Usually it's more ugly if you don't have the stacking stats. So with this, normally in waves 2 to 4, I will shoot a B2 first because you one-shot them. You take out all 8 stacks instantly. I kind of want to just stun a sniper droid. Like, shooting a B2 right now isn't really going to change much for us in this opener. Alright, I've kind of gone back and forth on who to give lifeblood to. I used to give it to L3 out of habit, but because L3's taunt just isn't that permanent in this mode, it's tough to decide. Like, if Poe dies, we probably can't go more than 1 or even 2 out of 4. But they both have guard. We're really just kind of at the mercy of the AI's targeting here. Chewie is crittable, so this is a little bit uncomfortable, but also I'm a little bit worried about Poe and Han here. It's tough to say. Just pick one. Give it to Poe first. If they beat the crap out of L3, that is perfectly fine. We are happy with that. Okay. So the thing to know about Chewie is this AoE, you do not really want to use this until he gets inspired. So we are, let's say, 2 turns out, she'll give it to L3 next. She'll take another turn, then Chewie gets it, and then we go to town. So this is kind of what we're waiting on right now. We could just stun. It kind of feels bad to use the stun sometimes. Like, if we don't get the cooldown reduction back, then we only get to use this once, and then we're dead in the water for a while. But it's the least amount of chances to proc a B2, so... yeah, that worked out somewhat favorably for us, let's say. Let's try to stun another sniper droid, maybe? Again, not really easy choices to make early on. We did not get it. Whew, everyone taking lots of heat. Get used to this. This is how it's going to happen, but the fun part comes soon. Also, we do have Rey Ultimate coming in as a bailout, so like once we hit that especially, it's just a free win for the rest of the wave, but just, it doesn't feel great. At all. Some people would say it feels terrible. We just cannot get control on these sniper droids tonight. It's feeling unfortunate, and we didn't get Terminator reduction either. Okay. That might look bad. It's not that bad yet. We do not need to panic just yet. The real time to panic is if someone gets one shot from above a threshold where you can save them. Then it's not fun. I mean, we might as well just taunt. He's gonna dispel. But, like, the heal is only gonna heal this. Brisson's Hero Poe, who is technically a scoundrel, does not have a scoundrel tag, so... man, I don't know. Hopefully, with any luck, though, the sniper droid will just fixate on the low health bar. I'm honestly a little bit more nervous if they try to, like, go for Chewie or something. That would be spooky, let's say. Okay, they did get baited. All right, at this point, ooh. So one thing, actually, this is worth keeping in mind. This isn't a disaster, it just pushes back our clock by 1 turn. Because he got focused hard, it put him below the table for getting inspiration next instead of Chewie. So, yeah. Just keep it in mind. Although, also, we do need to know, Rey ult won't save us from this at 15 stacks. So we are starting to run into some deep-seated issues. I don't know if we actually want to wait this long, or wait until the ult ends. We kind of just need to start wrapping things up on the sniper droids, like, right now. Yeah. So Poe, again, just soaking a bunch of the aggro because of his damage immunity and him being low. Again, really unfortunate that we're not having Chewie at max stack on his turns. I'm a little bit worried about Chewie getting bullied here. So I kind of want to go for the stun. Still didn't get it, but Poe is still doing us lots of favors. Okay. Poe basic with Chewie assist. Again, he's still not inspired. Still feels really, really crappy. But Chewie assist might actually just outright kill Sniper Droid here. We've got Han going first. Let's just use Chewie one-shot the B2. This being up is a bit worrisome. Using ult at the end of this wave, you could argue, is a bit wasteful. But again, we just kind of want to stabilize things a bit. Okay, this is really fucking annoying. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. Han, I guess, was lower than Chewie, technically. Someone might just get one shot here, and hopefully not Poe. Whee! Oh, perfect. That is literally the one person that we needed to lose. Well, I'm learning some lessons on this talk through, too. Uh, interesting. We don't really need to spend anything here, in my opinion. Like, Chewie basics should just, yeah. Well, it took forever to get here, but we are now, believe it or not, in Comfy Town. Notice how Chewie has now just gone ridiculously overpowered. We're just gonna coast on that for pretty much the rest of this. So get comfy. Now we're just building up our library of purple protection. It lasts in between waves too. Pretty solid preload turn meter wise. Rey's low, but she's fast. Chewie will be bottom turn meter, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Alright, so anytime you see a B2 from now on, he's dead. He never existed. He's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Pretty much just, you kind of just murder everybody. You really don't, you kind of just shut your brain off. Let's see. The first sniper droid turn isn't too worrisome. We could just take him out for the sake of, or we could just like, the turn meter kind of sucks that Chewie, normally like Chewie will just one-shot anybody, no questions asked. So it would be nice if we could just lead off with that. But hopefully this isn't greedy. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Alright. Use the Chewie one-shot. As promised. That dodge kinda sucks, but we're fine. Chewie being dazed does suck pretty decently, I will say. Let's see. Our Rey isn't in the healthiest state, and because she's health stacked, she has a little bit of trouble digging herself out of that hole. Alright. Chewie should self-cycle his AoE here. Yeah, pretty easily. It's fine. Not the best preload going into the next wave, to be honest. We do have Rey ult to kind of bail ourselves out, but this is actually probably the hardest Rey mission I've done. Who knows? Maybe I misplayed trying to talk over everything. Alright. Same deal. What does Poggle even do? Bonus offense. Don't really care. Yeah. We can just pop this early. Spy will cycle himself after the ult is ended, so it's worth keeping in mind. But Spy also made the mistake of showing his face, so Spy goes by. Yeah, this wave is going to end very quickly. I don't think we're going to have Rey ult in the last wave, unfortunately. It's one of the things about this team is they cannot slow down. I don't know the rules on this. If we reset the cooldown for killing them, it's kind of weird, but just hoping that it will work. Alright, so where are we at here? We got a Watt who didn't take a bonus turn. Interesting. Okay. This team only really has one dispel source, which is Poe. Well, I mean, we do have Chewie AoE, but it's not necessarily who you want to end up using it on. Okay. Let's keep on building up some purple protection. I don't know for sure that this is going to one-shot him. We're mostly just hoping, or leaning on Poe unique to do most of the heavy lifting here. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so we could just straight up If we don't want to deal with Droideka, we could one-shot him. Let's just take it. Alright, Poe has his Dispel. Always kill the T-Series droid if it's not going to cost you, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Just teach the boy a lesson. And there you go. Another 4 out of 4. Very messy. That was a lot. I don't know. That didn't feel great. Believe me, I don't know. You just have to trust me. It always went better for me in the past. I mean, again, losing L3 was fine there, but we were in a position where we were... The sniper droid could have killed 3 out of 5 people there, and it would have been pretty unfortunate. I don't think losing Han would be the worst, but it at least causes some issues. If we lose Poe or Chewie, then it becomes a lot uglier. Yeah. Most of the time, usually, it's just get Rey to turn 3, and then Chewie gets inspired, and then it's free win. So yeah. That was the mission.